Woo! Welcome back to my channel. We are continuing Vlogmmer, but we have a little pop-up here, a little featuring my girl Brenda. We were featured on Papa Blue and Her Fine Love, episode 9. There was a little bit of something going on with one of the most recent catch-up episodes with Phillip and Brittany. So I got a text to go ahead and watch that, and I went to watch it, and immediately I actually recorded my reaction. So I'm sorry about the audio in that reaction video, guys, but thank you for watching and supporting. But I recorded my reaction, but immediately afterwards, I had to call my girl and get the tea, and then I was like, wait. Don't tell me we got to record it, because if I want the receipts and I want to know what really happened, I'm sure everybody that watched really wants the receipts and wants to hear what happened. So without further ado, we have the lady in multicolors.
Today I put on, all the colors, right?
Exactly, because she could do more than red, and we love that. How you doing?
But yes, it's Brenda, Lady in Red, on episode 9. Thank you for having me, Micah. And this is just going to be one of those conversations where girls have to come together and just talk about dating and how life is, Well, yeah, here we are.
You saw the catch-up episode, right? Mm-hmm. With Brittany and Phillip. How did you feel, and what was your reaction like? Like, what?
I think, first of all, I just finished a meeting, right?
Okay.
I was like, let me get on my Instagram real quick. I don't know why. You know how we just on our phones. And then that was the first clip I saw, was Brittany and Phillip having their conversation, the clip that came on Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out to the team, our lad and BM. Yeah, doing your thing. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I wonder how this conversation is going to go. And I didn't quite know where it was going. So I took time to just, sit down.
So the clip you initially saw didn't have any mention of you in it?
No, it did. That clip.
Oh, it did. Oh, girl, we're gonna play the clip. We're gonna play the clip for y'all. I'm gonna play it right now.
He said, like, another contestant on the show, I'm just gonna say it, the girl in the red dress was more of the type of woman he was looking for than me, and that he had immediate he regretted popping her balloon after he did it. So
oh my God. Okay. Phillip.
Okay, so that's the first clip you saw. You're fresh out of a meeting. Did you watch right away, or
no? I was like, let me wait a little bit, because I had a lunch as well with somebody else. And then I was like, okay, after this lunch, then I'll sit down and watch it. But I was so anxious on my way back home. I was like, I gotta play it. So I played it in the car. And, it was just audio, and I was like, all right, let's hear it. Let's hear what happened,
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm shook.
Oh boy.
Okay, I think we should just get right to it, because I don't want to linger too long. I know people came to this video to hear your side of a few of the allegations, and basically how, not even allegations, but basically how you were experienced and perceived on behalf of Phillip. We heard that. I think people would love to hear kind of from your side of what happened, if you can, shed light on that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we all know that he did not choose Brittany, which was unfortunate, because that was my first initial thought. Like, they were.
Wait, what do you mean he didn't choose Brittany?
He didn't perceive to move forward with her.
Okay, yeah, after the show
and things like that. But from the beginning, yes, he did choose her. He had an interest in her, and for me during that time, I was like, perfect. These two are like, you remember the outfit?
Yeah, we were super happy for them after the show. It was like not the perfect match. Everybody was matching and
So, I was like, all right, cool. It's all good. So in my defense, it was more so, okay, on to the next,
Yeah.
But I didn't think that he would slide into my DM. Okay.
How soon after? Because did he slide into your DMs after he was done talking to Brittany?
Now, that was the part that I needed clarification, right? So in the DM, he did mention that he talked to Brittany. He let her know that, he made a mistake and he wanted to move forward with talking to me, right? But the way I took it at that initial response on that first DM, I was like, what? Come on. I thought those two were perfect together.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
I didn't even think anything of. So I did respond, and I did mention, like, have you talked to Brittany? Are you sure? You know, all those things. And not to say that, you know, I was ready to just jump the gun. I really needed to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah, it was a situation where now we know that, yes, he moved forward with Brittany at the, you know, at episode 9. And then you're over here behind the scenes hitting my DM. It's like, oh my God, how are we going to do this? You know, how are we going to move forward from this? So that's how it started, you know, the DM. Mm-hmm.
And then so you had to think about it a little second, and then
I thought about
it back. I had the because he mentioned the hour-long conversation. Was that the first conversation that y'all had, or did you talk before that?
So
and then have
time limit, right? Because I know he mentioned that he's more of a talker than a texter, right?
You did say that.
Yeah. So it did take me like after the text, I told him let's talk over the weekend. So it took like 4 or 5 days, and then the weekend approach on Sunday. I remember that. I had just left church, so I was on my way home. I was like, all right, cool. Let me give him a call. And I called him because I had mentioned to him that, hey, you know, we can talk about it over the weekend. So, which I did go ahead and made my promise. If I mention something, I'll go ahead and do it.
Of course.
So we talked over the phone. I didn't know it was an hour, but I guess the conversation was good. It was pretty much getting to know who we were, where we from, what happened. We talked about past things. We talked about, you know, dating, relationships, things like
y'all went deep. Y'all had a first conversation.
We did. I had questions and he had questions. So I guess that's how communication works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, in that conversation, I remember very well saying that I was dating, you know, I was talking to somebody. Yes, I was. But relationship is two different things. You cannot date and also, I mean, you can date and be in a relationship, but I was not in a relationship. Okay.
Right. You took it as you were because you said you were dating
Yes.
one person, or you were just like playing like you were dating. You were
I
going
was
on
open. Yeah, I was open to dating because sometimes, you know, in this new era of things,
yeah.
want to see you want to see who you're aligned with. You know, you want to see who is your match, right? Now, I'm not going to say I'm out here just in these streets, no, but I will say that I am in the space of dating, and whoever is ready to court me a certain way, then, you know, I'm ready for that, you know. So
dang, he took that so left field. He took that definitely as you had a man, because that's how he said it on the catch up. He was like, the requirement to come on the show, you have to be single, and she broke that requirement.
Going on the show, there's some requirements. Mm-hmm. One, you're supposed to be single. And for one, she's not. And then for two,
for all the naysayers, I'm going to make it clear. Your girl is single. And I'm out here, you know, dating, you know? So for me, when I heard that, you know, it was more so of a shocker. Like, why would you go ahead and say it like that, you know?
Right.
I mean, we had other, discussions in the conversation that were more deeper, but at the center of it all, you know, now he's trying to make me look like the bad girl, okay? And I'm not the bad guy here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So
now we cleared that up. So you, like most of us probably that go on that show, are dating right now, not in a relationship or have a significant other that you're committed to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
From the conversation we had, let's say it was a Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Monday, he did respond asking me, and you know what? I got it right here.
Call her CVS because she got the receipt.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second.
Oh, there are 3 sides to every story.
3 sides
over there and the truth.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just to say this, I'm not here to talk about everything that happened over text. It's more so some of the things that I felt like he kind of overstepped, you know.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, yes, he did text me. He did mention whether we were going to meet up and things like that. He did say he likes a woman that knows what they want, and he told me to stop overthinking and let me know when we can go for pool or drinks and have a natural chemistry.
So you guys never made it in person? Like,
No,
y'all never made it in person. So you think the only thing that, because on the show he low key was on some, I made the right choice. After I talked to her, I realized I actually did make the right choice. So it was like, do you think that was solely based off the fact that he thought you were in a relationship?
not even a relationship. It's because I didn't give him that chance to, you know, whether take me out or meet up.
Oh,
So I'm sure his ego got hurt, of course.
oh no.
Yeah, because why would you go to the extent of now clarifying that you made the right decision, but you really didn't make the right decision? You should have stuck with your decision and get to know Brittany,
Mm.
right? That was my thinking process. I was like, you should have took time to get to know Brittany, because you already jumped thinking the grass is green on the other side. Baby, it's never like that. Not all the time. Not
Yeah,
all.
that's true. That's true.
Now, I will say, you also felt, your intuition.
Hmm.
Intuition. I was just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's playing games. I don't know if he really had told Brittany about the situation. So I was kind of like in limbo. But again, I didn't want to judge him so much. I just told myself, let me get to hear what he had to say.
Yeah.
That text message, now the last text message I'm saying, I didn't respond in a timely manner.
You said you did or didn't?
Did not.
Oh, you didn't respond to his last text in a timely manner?
In a timely manner. So he ended up texting me again. And from the clip, the video we saw, he's not a texter.
Oh, girl, I'm screaming.
I was like, what's up with this next paragraph? So he went in details, wanting to know, why we can't meet up and things like that.
Oh, wow.
So I told him, after thinking about everything, I don't think you are the man I'm looking for. And I'm not, and he did mention that you have copious potential, but you're gonna lose Mr. Right chasing Mr. Perfect. So that threw me off. So I was like, are you Mr. Perfect? Because
Oh,
from the scene, you don't look perfect at all.
oh,
And you don't look Mr. Right to me, because my intuition was saying otherwise, So I was like, okay,
yeah.
you kind of jumping the gun now,
I
Now,
will say his vocabulary is wild. He said something on the catch-up episode. What did he say? I rumulated about it for a little bit. Girl, look it up. I was like, hey. So copious. That sounds like he wrote that for sure.
he broke that for sure. I mean, it was a compliment.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. But I just didn't like how you're giving a compliment and then throwing a stone back at me, talking about, oh, you're chasing Mr. Perfect, Mr. Right. Anyway, to move on. So I told him, after thinking about everything, I don't think you are the man I'm looking for, and I'm not chasing Mr. Right. I respect the fact you try to reach out, but I'm no longer interested.
Damn.
Now, I could have gave him more details, but I think the situation with how things went kind of left a sour patch.
Mm.
And I felt like, based on just him making that decision, I didn't want to, it must sound silly, but I felt like I was the second best. I should be first best,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I took it that way. Now, I thought maybe he would take that in consideration and just kind of like cool it off. But like I said, he kept on texting. For somebody who doesn't text as much, I was like, okay. Now, I I don't like when guys text me paragraphs.
You're more over the phone than a texter.
Yeah, I'm over the phone to text. So my text messages were very short. You know.
Okay.
Now, what threw me off through it all was he said this. Where do I even begin? It was so long. Let me see. I knew this would happen when you didn't want to agree to talk in person after we went an hour on the phone. So this is his assumption, right?
Oh, so he didn't just call it off right after the phone call. You guys were still texting after the hour-long phone call.
No, not after the fact, but this is, like I said, we talked on Sunday, and then Monday, right, the next day, he texted me late at night. Now, I didn't respond on a timely manner, and then eventually I did, like 2 days later.
Okay, Brenda, 2 days.
Okay. Now, the reason why, I mean, not to put my business out there, but I was not feeling well at all.
Okay.
I had to go. There was things happening in my personal life, but I knew I was going to reach out to him. That's why I was like, after thinking about everything, blah 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 blah, this is where I'm at, you know. And I don't like forcing things if I don't feel like I am also feeling the platonic vibes, you know. So I wasn't feeling the vibes. Anyway, when I said that, that's whenever he texted. It said, I work 60 plus hours a week between coaching and launching my new business. Now, I get it. I also would feel some type of way if somebody wasn't going to text me at a certain amount of days or hours. But he went so in depth with who he was, what he does, you know, and kind of like throwing shade on me. So I was like, instead of being a gentleman and just kind of like wanting to know why I didn't want to move forward with him, it could have been a conversation on the phone. Now, I could have called too, but I already felt some type of way because you were pushing it. Now, I get it. Applying pressure, it's nice. It's nice when men apply pressure. But there's a way that you apply the pressure, for me, I'm not going to speak for all women, where there is some type of, you know, you got to be a little bit, just be a gentleman about it, you know?
Yeah. I think there's definitely a fine line.
Yeah.
And doing too much, for sure.
Yeah. So to me, it was too much, you know? So, you know, I'm sure all that kind of brought up that whole discussion with him and Brittany on the show, saying that I was in a relationship, because we did talk about dating and relationships in the past. And I think he took the whole dating thing as I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, definitely did. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah. So to clear the air once more, the lady in red is not in a relationship. Again, the lady in red is not no relationship. Okay. I am dating, and it is summer. I mean, if me and that person vibe and we we get along and things like that, then yeah. Once I know there's that chemistry, then I'm off the market. I'll focus more on you. But I won't say that I am a woman that is out there just going on dates back to back. No, nah.
Yeah, for sure.
So
air is considered clear. I think it's just a part of life, how people perceive things and communicate it to others. So he was just sharing his story, but I'm glad you got to share yours. Aside from that, I mean, I feel like life after Pop the Balloon has been very interesting, but what are some other things you're working on outside of dating?
Well, first and foremost, I think being on TV or, in such a big broadcast, it brought an awareness of, oh my gosh, people are going to always remember your face, right? Mm-hmm. And how you are. So for me, the comments that I saw, thank you for those who gave good comments, and of course the bad comments, because there's that perception that you know the person, but you really don't. Yeah. So comments don't really bother me as much. Mm-hmm. I think if I was somebody who had low self-esteem, then I would feel some type of way, blah, blah, blah. And also having this conversation, it was more so of an adult way of, clearing the air. Mm-hmm. Actually understanding that men and women do think different when it comes to dating, relationships, and how to pursue somebody, you know, things like that. So life after that, I mean, it's been great. I am a chef out here in Phoenix. So I'm a private chef, and
Hey.
things are popping, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the summer and moving forward. So it's not just that, but I also got to understand where I'm at in my dating life too. You know, I'm somebody who wants to settle down. You know, I need me a man.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do things together. You know,
Yeah.
at the same time, you know, I don't want to make things uncomfortable if there's no like chemistry. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
But the connection and chemistry have to match. Our backgrounds don't have to be exactly the same, but we have to kind of like be in the middle somewhere as a sweet spot. So yeah. So right now I'm just focused on me, focused on growing my business, and learning so much about myself, you know, as well. So far life is good. You know, we're taking it one step at a time.
I love to hear it. I can't wait to try some of your food.
Yeah,
We're gonna get you on this YouTube side here very soon with the
absolutely.
series. So we will link her information to her other social pages in the description of this video. I am working on YouTube, as you already know, and I appreciate all of the love and support and even the critics that have made their way to my channel since that show aired. It's been so crazy. But it's been overall really supportive. Like, you know, you're gonna have trolls wherever you go, but as long as they're outnumbered by support and like people that are showing love, it's always a good thing. So yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You know what to do. Summer is almost here. And if you're in the Phoenix or Arizona area, y'all need to link up with my girl Brenda, get you some food.
Follow me on Instagram, Benya's Kitchen. So B for Brenda, Enya. That's from Kenya because I was born in Kenya.
Okay, yes, I don't know.
So I'm best of both worlds. Okay. But it's Benya's Kitchen on Instagram and Facebook, and that's BENYAZ Kitchen.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Well, thank you, girl. I'm glad we got to connect and you got to share your story.
Yes.
And I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon. Hey, calm.
I got you, girl. Bye.